just as a start, do you want to make it easier if you direct a particular question to Johnny or ask me, because then, you know, we're not going up.
Okay, you
So
can,
then-
you can alternate one question.
You just
and
let
then
us
one
know
question.
who you want to answer the question.
Okay, so how well do you know our country? Because Belgian people like your music very much, obviously. So how much do you know Belgium?
This is my first time in Belgium, or our first time in Belgium.
Yeah.
What do I know about Belgium? Yeah, very good chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
waffles,
Mm-hmm.
good beer. Yeah,
Mhm.
very good beer.
That's it.
We drink a lot of Belgian beer in
it's the most
Australia.
important one.
What else do we know about Belgium?
Beer.
Yeah, mostly about your beer.
And you know that people heard about you very much. You already have a good success in our countries.
Yeah,
You-
we're very proud of that. You know, we're excited that we can start our show in Belgium. You know, in our first European show, and we're very excited because we just finished sound check, and it's nice to be in a new country where people are familiar with our songs.
I think it's very important as well. I think out of all the countries where it's been released, Belgium's been the highest amount of sales for our single, and I think
To give back to the fans.
to
and,
give
you
back
know,
and
That's why you choose this date, your first date in Belgium?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was what was talked
Yeah.
about. So.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh well,
Honor.
it's an honor to be here.
Electro dance music is now hype and trendy, obviously. But besides pop titles, there are still cultural differences. I mean, if you compare the Paris scene to the London one, the Berlin one, there are differences and common points.
For sure.
Is there an Australian school of electro dance music with a focus, I don't know, on vocals? Or maybe a sunny music, something fresh?
There definitely is a school for, or a particular arena or area of dance music in Australia. And we have other bands like the Presets, Midnight Juggernauts, Cut Copy, Infusion, who have been a group that really pushed that sort of scene. And it's electro or electronic based, but very pop structured and pop centered. So I think that's what makes it more palatable for a pop audience or a radio audience. So we've got them in as far as Australia goes. They're kind of a few people that we've got to thank for really pushing that and making it easier for parachute youth like bands like us to be taken seriously and to come to beautiful countries like Belgium.
Yeah, obviously we like this scene. So. What is your universe? I mean, which youth you think you are from? What are your inspiration in music?
Views or inspiration in music? I'd say Matt's got, what are you inspired by? Bands like Depeche Mode, New Order, that kind of.
MA3.
Yeah, but I also just really inspired by bands like Block Party. I love Australian bands mostly because we derive us as closest to that. Other Australian duos, Presets, Cut Copy, Empire of the Sun, all that kind of sound. They've, as you mentioned, really paved that kind of way. But we're trying to do our own thing with that and make our own unique sound. So they're really big inspirations and just icons to look up to, I guess.
Yeah.
It's also a youth with Facebook. Obviously, you like being close to your fan, interact with Facebook.
For sure.
That's something important for the youth today.
Yeah, it's very important. We want to let people know that we're human too. And we like to have a joke or receive jokes and see how our fans feel. So it's nice to be able to interact so easily in with social media.
Yeah.
And on tour, do you play video games? Is there a kind of movie you prefer, or?
Tour, the best part I think is getting into bed, putting on a movie, room service,
Yeah. Okay.
relaxing.
What kind of movie? Yeah. Okay.
Any kind of movie, because I fall asleep anyway.
Okay, the kind that don't wake you up, in fact.
Yeah, something.
Okay, you formed Parachute Youth around 2010. Now your single Can Get Better Than This, Come to 10, Awake Now are played everywhere. What are you busy on? I mean, I know you're on tour, but what's in your head now? Do you think on an album, or maybe you have projects beside music? I don't know.
We're just doing music.
Yeah, like we're always making music, you know, individually and together. I mean, Parachute Youth is our you know, our number one priority, and something we believe in very strongly. And we don't really, once a song is made, where, you know, and it's out there, it's, you know, it's like, it's good to keep an eye on it, you know, but you're always looking, you know, into the future for what's coming up next, and, you know, what you want to, you know, put out to the world as your next single, and keep it diverse. I think if you stop doing that, then, you know, you're not really gonna make any ground. You're not gonna go forward. So we're always keeping focused on what's coming up next.
And the music in their self has their own life. I mean, with Can You Get Better Than This, there were a first version, then it was remixed, then it was produced, then it hits the charts. So you look at your song getting their whole life.
Yeah,
that's a way to make music today. Or?
What was the question? Sorry.
Yeah, it was a crazy question. just improv.
That's okay. No, yeah, it was amazing about the growth of the song itself. We thought when we wrote it, it was something that we sat down and said, let's do what we want to do. We wrote 3 songs earlier. These are the first songs we ever wrote together, and we thought, let's go a bit different in this one. Let's do whatever we feel like doing. Let's get a bit weird. And it was still like we didn't know what it was. It was just like, sounds cool. Let's think of some words. Can't get better than this. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it burst from there. And to watch it grow from, I actually sang the vocals in the closet in his bedroom, so we didn't really have a studio set up. So it was just 2 guys making music, having fun, and then for it to go this far, it's just a bonus.
Yeah.
And it's continuing to grow.
I had never sang before we made that song, and Johnny was like, get up there and sing.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah,
get up there. I was like, all right. So, you know, it was something that we'll always remember, that song, and the process as well. It's just a lovely story.
Yeah, the story of the song. Okay, maybe a last question. I know everyone has to, but I have to check my info now. So, where is your name coming from? You were working with planes, jets, or something like that?
Oh, that's correct, but it's not where the name comes. I was in the military for 6 years, and everyone seems to think that this is
parachutes and planes.
Yeah.
But it's fair enough. It's fair enough.
So what is the truth?
The name Parachute Youth is about people, you know, feeling like they need to live to a certain timeline. So, you know, sometimes it's good just to let go of that safety net or the parachute, you know, and, you know, do what your heart feels. And, you know, if you feel like pursuing a creative career or, you know, whatever it is that's, you know, making you happy, you know, just let go of the safety net a little bit and try, because you never know what may happen. So, and we think that, you know, will probably apply to younger people these days.
Yeah, the name was all derived from the track Can't Get Better Than This. We just did whatever. Yeah. Just let go, got our creativity on, and made something. And that's where it usually happens. Something magical always happens when you just go.
And look, we're here, you know, I mean, I was previously, you know, in the military and, you know, studying and things like that, and I just,
in a factory.
Yeah, and we just were like, you know, that's it, let's give everything to music, and just let go, you know. I moved to Paris for 4.5 months for a little while, and it was the best experience of my life, and I met Julian, who ended up doing the film clip for us in Africa. So there are always, you know, some great things that can come out of, you know, just letting go of that safety net a little bit. So
follow your passion.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Follow your dreams.
Yeah.
That's the perfect end for the interview. Thank you very much.